So get yourselves laid down onto your backs. And just first of all, just feel the ground underneath. And take some deep breaths and really feel that solid earth beneath you. And just feel as though your body's sinking down into that ground, into that earth. And then just letting your awareness travel down into your right arm. And as you breathe in, lift that right arm up above your body and allow it to come down to the ground behind you. As you breathe out. Breathing in, lifting that arm up, and breathe out, let it come down. Doing the same on the left side, so you're just synchronizing your breath, feeling the arm rest on the earth, and then breath synchronizes, arm comes back down. And then just getting yourself into that lovely rhythm of movement and breath combined, synchronizing. And just allowing it to help you let go of any tension. Tiredness. And then next time your right arm goes behind you, just pause. With your right arm behind, allow that right arm just to stretch along the mat and also stretch the right foot as well. And you can point the toes on the right side so you're feeling a lovely stretch down that side. Breathe in and breathe out into that stretch without straining and just releasing and letting the body just relax on that out breath. And then breathing in once more, lifting that arm back up and over. Then lifting the left side, breathing in. And we start off with that movement again. Just letting that arm stretch along the mat as you breathe out and stretching the toes along the mat as well. Relaxing into it and then let the body just descend down. Let your left arm come back over. Now this time we begin to lift both arms up at the same time. And we do a few of these, breathing in and breathing out. And just remembering about your core muscles. So just very gently engaging those core muscles before you lift. There's always that essence, that element of kindness. Relaxing into it, never straining. And movement and breath combine. Now, next time both arms go overhead, just pause and have a great big stretch along the mat. Stretch your fingers and really reach through the hands, the fingers, and pointing the toes. And then bringing those arms back over, bringing your knees in towards your chest and having a first rock from side to side. allowing the sacrum to simply relax and driving the knees around in a few circles. Taking the legs the other way as well. And bring your feet back down onto the mat, ready for our next round. So let them come back down. And then take a nice big breath in, feel your tummy expand as you breathe in. And relax down, let the whole body relax, consciously relax it. And then we begin with right arm, right knee. And as you breathe out, the knee comes down towards your chest and the arm comes down behind. And then breathing in and breathing out. So same arm, same leg. Got that beautiful synchronization of movement. Working with that for a few rounds, gently placing the arm and the leg down onto the mat at the same time. And you can go as slow or as fast as you choose this morning. Always remember that you're in control. And incorporating a very short pause. So breathing in, and as you breathe out, just let the body pause for a moment. And as that in-breath arrives, placing the leg back down. And we'll just do a couple of these with the pause. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and steadily breathing out. Now, next time your right knee comes in towards your chest, you're going to wrap your hands around your knee. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, press your knee down towards your chest and press the back of the left thigh down towards the mat. Exhaling into it, allowing the body to really relax as you breathe out. And relaxing your stretch and just circling your knee around a few times. You're feeling it into your hip. And then gently placing that right leg back down onto the mat. And then this time, lifting the left arm up. Placing your hands onto your left knee. And then also breathe in, breathe out, press the knee down first of all. So you're pressing your knee down towards your chest, and the back of the thigh presses down towards the mat. So we're stretching the psoas muscle, iliopsoas, big muscle that connects the legs to the body, and it can get super tight if we do a lot of driving or sitting. And then allow your circling to commence, just taking the knees around. And remember, you can take one hand from the knee if you wish. Bringing both knees in now. Pressing both knees down towards your chest and lift your nose up towards your knees. And then crossing your right thigh over your left thigh. Interlace your hands behind the backs of your knees and draw your knees in towards your chest. And as always, breathing out into that gentle stretch. Giving the body time to relax. And swap over. Swap your legs over. And breathe out as those knees come in. Releasing your legs, place the soles of your feet down onto the mat. Let your arms stretch out and then knees go one side, head goes the other. And we just do this really gently. Just rolling along the hips and feel it down into your sitting bones. And then next time, come to the right side, let your knees relax down. Allow your head to turn opposite way. And then come back through the middle. Let the legs go the other way. Head comes down, so you look in towards the right. And again, allow your exhalation to let those knees relax down. Come back to the middle. Got your feet bent. Your knees bent. Bring your hands down by your sides and have your little fingers in towards your body. And then you can lift both arms up as you breathe in, and then let the arms come down to the ground behind you so your fingertips come down. And we're going to hold this for a few breaths. And what we're doing here is we're stretching the latissimus dorsi muscle, the broadest muscle in the back. Use your in-breath and your core muscles, lift your arms up. Allow them to come back down by your sides. And then we're going to repeat 2 more times. So breathing in, lifting those arms and keeping the elbows in line with the shoulders as the arms come down. And the fingers may or may not make it down to the ground. That's okay. Just allowing that force of gravity to allow those fingers to come down. Lift it up again when you're ready. Let's come down. And then one more. Beautiful. Let your arms come down by your sides. And I thought what we do this morning is we do our activation on the ground. So lift up one foot and circle your toes. And then if that feels comfortable for you, give your leg a shake up there. Feels a bit weird. And then let your knee come down into your chest and place it down. Same on the other side, so bring the left foot up, circle your toes. Feel it into your ankle joint. And then giving that leg a little shake. Beautiful. Let that leg come down. Lift up both of your arms, give your arms a shake. And then bring your legs into it as well. We do this with the kids, they love it. So I thought you might as well. And then roll your knees in towards your chest, have a little rock. And then rock yourself over onto one side. And just stay there for a moment before coming up. I'll go to one side. And then slowly press your palms into the mat and bring yourself up and get yourself just sat for a few moments. Bringing your body back up. So we're going to do a few little stretches while we're sat here, and then we're going to work with our Nodi Shadanam, the alternate nostril breathing. So our first stretch we're going to do is to place the right hand down on the mat, lift your left arm up, breathe it up, so you're breathing up from the hips, sitting bones nicely attached to the ground, and then let your right elbow bend and come over into a nice sideways stretch. And once you arrive into that sideways stretch, take a few breaths. Down into your palm, lift up, bring your left hand down. Raise your right arm up. Bend that left elbow. Come down into your sideways stretch. Space through the right side. Up, and we'll repeat that again. Your left arm lift as you breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful, lift in. Place your hand down. Lift up and go into that lovely sideways stretch. Bring your feet out in front and let your soles of your feet come together. Clasp your toes, give them a rub. My toes are freezing cold. That wasn't in the plan, but my toes are so cold from not having any socks on. And then place your hands around your feet, and we're going to do a butterfly stretch. So lift your knees up towards your body with your in-breath, and then breathe out, press your knees down. Lifting up, and press the knees down. And then just taking that awareness into your right knee, press just the right one down. And what we're doing is we're stretching these adductor muscles, the muscles on the inside of your thighs. Leg relax, and then press the left one down. Relax, and then just let your head hang down, so you come into So you're in your butterfly, but you're just stretching your back, and there's no force here whatsoever. You're not trying to get to your feet, and a nice curve in the back. Beautiful, lifting back up. And then just make yourself comfortable. So you can sit with your legs crossed or your legs stretched out, whatever you want to do. And we're going to work with our lovely alternate nostril breath. And this is a fantastic way to calm and soothe you. And you probably heard my stories before, but I first learned this from one of a spiritual text called the Shiva Samhita. And it's one of the ancient texts. And I got the book when I was in Nepal years ago, or and I was in India actually. And believe it or not, I don't get on with India very well. It's too noisy for me, and I get harassed by people, and I can't cope when I'm there. And this breath I used to do in the marketplaces and things when I used to get quite overwhelmed, and I'd just go off into a little corner and do this, and it would really help me to recenter myself. So it's something quite I treasure it really. And there's a few ways of doing it. Now, my teachers have taught me to hold my elbow, and it's up to you if you do that. I prefer to just have my arm just hanging, but if you want to hold your elbow, you can. And you place your middle finger between your eyebrows, and then use your thumb and either your ring finger or your little finger, and you close off either nostril. So just have a go at just doing the physical part of it. So thumb and then either ring finger or little finger. And then we're going to begin with the right nostril. So close off your left nostril, and then you're going to breathe in. And as you breathe in, feel the breath as if it rises up from the ground up through your body. And then close off that right nostril and release through the left, so you breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Close off and breathe out of the right. Breathing in through the right. Close off, breathe out through the left. I'm going to invite you to get into that rhythm. And maybe you're trying to breathe in for about a count of 5. But I'll allow you to ease and work up to that. So just work with your breath. As you work with this breath for a couple more rounds, you can allow this affirmation, as this breath helps to balance and calm you. You can just recite the words or reaffirm to yourself, I am balanced, calm, and serene. I am balanced, calm, and serene. And then releasing your hand, and just allowing your body to sit for a moment or two. You might want to close your eyes and just allow yourself to feel balanced, calm, and serene. And becoming aware of your sitting bones, your spine, the crown of your head. Taking some big, deep, refreshing breaths in. You can sigh out that out breath. Let your feet come out in front and just let your knees come down either side. So again, releasing through the hips. And then we're going to come up to a standing place. So just take your time as you come up. Arriving up into your standing position, and you can do a little wiggle and just feel into your body after being down there for quite a while. I hope you feel warm enough. And we're going to do a few of our little activation movements, but not too many. Just circling your shoulders back, sinking into your knees. Breathing in, breathing out. We just take the right shoulder back and then the left. Let the arms swing through and underneath. This is great. This is so good for the kidneys. I was listening to one of the talks by our guru, our teacher, Mansur Patel, yesterday, and he says the eyes are a representation of our kidneys, and as long as we keep our kidneys in check, we'll have a long and healthy life. So that's quite nice to know, isn't it? Let your palms face one another and just allow the body to move. Now we'll get the body's energy moving, getting warmer. Start off quite low to begin with. We're going to lift up. So it's like we're lifting our energy up, our awareness. Start to lift up and pass through the knees towards the abdomen, and then up through the heart center, creating these nice figure of eight patterns. Let your hands come up overhead. Hands come down. A little bit of a twist. Hands come up to shoulder level. Lift your heels. Arms up overhead once more. Twisting away any tiredness, any worries. And then let your arms come We're going to come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Just allow your feet to be hip distance. Lift the toes up so your feet become really active. Let the heels sink down, like your toes relax down, and just allowing your body to ease into that perfect posture for you. Breathing in and drawing that awareness up through the backs of your knees, through the chest. And some breaths in and out, lifting pelvic floor. Let your shoulders roll up towards your ears, take your shoulders back. Feel the crown of the head rise up. Standing in that mountain pose, that steadiness. Deep calm. We're going to begin this morning standing practice with a lovely standing stretch and forward bend. So let your arms lift up through that midline, reaching up, and then fold forwards, flowing down as you breathe out. Bending your knees when you're ready, and then rising up once more, breathing in. Lifting, and then flowing back down. And just feel as though you're free to let go. As you flow down, I'm free to let go into this moment. Lengthening the spine, lifting up, increasing circulation and allowing fatigue to be reduced. Flowing down. Now this time you come down, then I invite you to pause in your forward bend. You can bend your knees. You can place your hands onto the floor if you wish, or onto your thighs, whatever you prefer. And then let the crown of the head just hang over the ground. So it's allowing the whole of your spine to stretch out and to lengthen. And with each inhalation, you can feel as though you're drawing awareness up through the backs of your legs as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, there's a release and a flow down through the spine, out through the crown of the head. And if you're comfortable here, you can place your fingers underneath your toes and create a circuit. Allowing yourself to release and relax into the pose. I'm free to let go into this moment. I am free to let go into this moment. Okay, we're going to come up out of it now. We'll come up really slowly. Bend your knees. Engage pelvic floor, glutes, and just slowly and steadily rise up. Taking your time to unfurl the spine. This time keep your shoulders low, and we're just going to stand for a moment as that blood travels back down through the body so you don't get too dizzy. You might want to close your eyes for a moment, noticing how you feel. And free to let go into this present moment. Preparing to work with it again, but we're going to do it slightly differently this time. Place your hands onto your thighs. We're going to do it with breath. First thing to do is to breathe in, lengthening the spine. And then as you breathe out, you're going to come down to a tabletop back. When you tabletop back, lengthen your spine again, but straight forwards. And then as you breathe out, fold your belly, your abdomen down towards your thighs, and come back down into that forward bend. And again, relaxing into it. You can place your hands wherever you wish. Just taking your time with your breath. Rising up when you're ready, taking your time breathing in as you lift up. But this time, your hands are going to go around and create a circle around the body, lifting all the way up. Let your palms come together. And as you breathe out, bring your hands down towards your heart. Close your eyes for a second. I'm free to let go into this present moment. Release your hands down by your sides. And then make your way down onto your mat and come down onto your hands and knees. Oh, sorry. I'm telling you wrong. Come down onto your tummies, separate your feet wide and come into crocodile pose. One arm on top of the other and your forehead resting onto the backs of your arms. And take a few moments to breathe here, breathing in and out. And the whole body relax and the support of the ground beneath you. Taking your time, breathing in, feeling the feet, relax your ankles, the shins, the knees. Just standing up through your body, relaxing the hips down, pressing the navel down into the ground. Breathing out. Awareness comes up into the chest and your shoulders and your arms. And then bringing your heels back together. Letting both legs relax down and just separating the hands. Palms still facing down and let your head just lift off the mat so you're just supporting yourself on your elbows. Now we're going to strengthen the glutes. We're going to do one at a time and we're going to isolate them. We've done these movements before. So just begin by tucking the toes of your right foot underneath. And you're going to breathe out and then just squeeze the glute on the right side. So it strengthens that glute. And you're going to hold it for about a count of 10. And release. Repeating that one again. So breathe out. Tighten the glute on the right. And the thigh will come away from the mat a tiny bit. And again, we're going to hold it for about a count of 10. And release down. Place the top of your foot down. Tuck the toes of your left foot underneath. And begin to tighten that glute on the left side. Breathing in, breathing out. And release. And repeating again, so breathe out, tightening on the left, and hold in for about a count of 10. And release down. Now this time, tuck both feet underneath, so both toes on both feet, and tighten both of the glutes on both sides, and you'll feel your thighs will lift away from the mat a little bit. And we're just holding again for that count of 10. And release. One more time, tightening, holding, lifting. And letting go. Now this time you are going to bend at the knee and lift the right shin up. Foot wants to be relaxed. Breathe out, tighten the glute on the right, and then lift the leg up. So it comes a couple of centimeters up from the mat. And we're just going to hold it there for a moment or two. Breathing steadily. And then let it come down. And swap over, we're going to do the left side now. So foot comes up, shins vertical. Breathe out, tighten the glute, and then lift the leg up. And there we go, leg comes down. Place your hands by your sides and bring yourself into the pose of a child. So hips come back to join your heels, let your forehead come down. Taking those nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Let your hands come back by your ankles, tuck your forehead in. And then sliding your hands forward on the mat and lifting up. So you come onto your hands and your knees. And is there any chance you could change your camera so I could see you? Please. That would be nice. There we go, lovely. So we're going to work with Majarias and cat pose, and then we're going to flow into the tiger pose. And then there's going to be an option to do the tiger balance, but don't feel like you have to. If you want to give it a go, you can. So you want to have your shoulders above your hands, and your hips above your knees. And first of all, let your cat have a little bit of movement and just play around with the different joints in the body. See how your body's moving today. And then relax. So as always, movements flow and follow the breath. So we're going to breathe out to begin with. And then arching your back up towards the ceiling, let your chin come in towards your chest. And then when you're ready to breathe in, tilting pelvis forwards and down as if you've got water and you're pouring that water out, and that flow is going to go through your spine. And then you're going to look up at the end. When you're ready to breathe out, arching your back once more, drawing your tummy going up towards the spine. That flow moves through your spine. Breathing in as you reverse that flow. So each movement happens with the breath. And you're using the muscles of your core, the glutes, to move the spine. So it's very much a flowing movement. Never forcing the body or overextending. Moving with ease, with grace. And if you want to close your eyes and just ease into it, it really helps to deepen that experience. And that pose allows us to move, raise, moving with that essence of how a cat would move, how a cat moves and flows through its life, through its day, completely without cares, without worries, without attachments. And then again, just let your cat pose come back to neutral. Then you're going to turn your head and look back towards your left hip. And then let your head come towards the middle and look back towards your right hip. Let's repeat that again. Just turning your head, looking back. And then let your body come back down and have a little break. Take the pressure from your arms come back. Take a few moments to breathe, to find steadiness. Then bringing your arms forward, stretching them out, as if you're stretching forward your tiger claws. And you're going to rise up onto your hands and knees. This time you want to have your knees a little bit closer together. We're going to go into Virasana, the tiger stretch. So breathe out, arching your back once more, and you're going to bring your right knee in towards your nose. So you're bringing your nose in and you're really arching your back. When you're ready to breathe in, you lengthen your spine and stretch that leg back, but you want to make sure that your leg is in line with your spine. And you're using the power and strength in your glute to hold it there. Breathe out, bring that knee through, moving from the base of the spine, nose comes in towards the knee. When you're ready to breathe in, taking that leg back. Easing it through. Holding for a moment or two. And just inviting you again to move at your own pace, your own flow, making sure your weight's evenly distributed through your two arms and hands and your leg. Once you get into a nice steady balance this time, so with your leg out behind, if you feel like you want to, you're going to lift up the opposite arm. So you're balancing on one arm, one leg, and its opposites. Find something to focus your eyes on and just reaching through that arm and through that leg. And then bringing the two limbs down at the same time. Send them back down onto the mat. Well done. Okay, we're going to do the opposite side now. So lifting your left knee in towards your nose. Taking that leg back. Do several on this side. And this shape, this pose we're doing, is great for the digestive organs. It gives them a boost of fresh blood and a fresh nutrients. It strengthens the body, so it strengthens the glutes, the arms, the legs. But it also builds strength and determination. You feel like you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to when you work with this pose. And the head comes up, head stays in line with the spine, so there's no compression on the neck. And then next time your leg comes back, check that you feel balanced and steady, and then lift the opposite arm up. Come into that beautiful balance. Reaching through the arm and the leg. Bringing the two limbs down. And then letting your body recline back into your rest pose. So arms come back. So your shoulders relax, forehead supported on the mat. The body takes that rest. We've strengthened, we've stretched, made calm, built determination. And when you're ready, slowly bring yourself back up. This next pose, it's optional how you do it with your legs. I hope that you're all right after our tiger poses. We're going to do a little bit of a body prep to begin with. So pick up your foot, and you can either hold onto your foot in your hand, or you can place the side of your foot into the crook of your elbow. No. And then hold your arm and hold your leg and just rock it like it's a baby. So you feel it down in your hip, don't you? Loads for the hips today. I hope your hips are feeling more flexible. I always think this is probably as close as I'm going to get to having a child. Pop your leg back down and then pick the other one up. Then you can either place the side of your foot into your elbow or just hold your foot and give the other baby a rock. Whoops, I dropped mine. And then give it a good rock. These are precursors to meditation as well, you know, when we do rocking the baby, because it helps you to sit. And then we're going to work with hero pose. And hero pose, I'll just show you what it looks like, and then you can create your own version of it. So hero pose, you've got one leg on the mat. So one leg is like so, and then you bring the other one over and you just sit with your legs out like this. So you can have your foot like this, or whatever works for you. Or you can have your knees like this if you want. And all we're going to do is bring your legs down, have your hands down, and then you just let your head just tip down. We just spend a few moments in that shape. So I'll leave it to you to decide what version of legs you're going to do. So you can have one leg down, one over the top. You can have the side of your foot down so it's supported. Yeah, that's it. And what you can do is just bring your head forward, place your head onto your knee. Your hands on the mat or onto your feet so you feel supported. All you're doing here is taking some nice long deep breaths. Place the palms of your hands onto the soles of your feet if you wish. Connection, or you can have your hands on the mat. And then lift up and change your legs over. So you've got a different combination. The leg on top. And you can either have your hands on the mat so you feel supported, or you can place your hands onto your feet. And then just let your head bend forwards. Just taking those nice long breaths in and out. And then slowly lifting up from your hero pose, bring your feet in front and just move your knees from side to side. So you release any tension that's built up in your hips. And then it's time to find your way to the wall. And we're going to have 5 minutes, legs up the wall, and then it will be a relaxation. So get yourself as close to the wall as possible. So you want your hip as close to the wall as possible, and then shimmy yourself around, walk yourself to the wall, and then place your legs against the wall. And you can either have your arms out to the side or onto your tummy, or you can even have your arms behind, whatever feels good for you. And once you arrive to your wall, start with those nice long, slow breaths. Check the hips feel nice and snug. The feet are warm enough. Feel supported. Then allowing the breaths to be slow and long. Breathing deeply and steadily. Most of all, just allowing the mind to become still. Then becoming aware of your feet, your legs, your spine. Taking a few deep breaths here and making a choice. Making a choice if you want to come down from your legs up the wall pose, or if you prefer to stay there for a few minutes longer. I am going to deliver a Shavasana, so if you want to come down, get your blankets and cushions and socks and all your comfy, cozy things. But if you want to stay up with your legs by the wall, that is okay too. The decision is yours. So just getting yourself arranged onto the ground, stretching your legs out, feeling your body as it eases out onto the ground, just taking your time to stretch out. And again, taking your time to get comfortable. Check in with your feet, your legs, your toes. Taking those long, slow, deep breaths. And just scanning through your body from the toes up. Noticing the places on your body you can feel the ground beneath you. And gently anchor down into those places, pressing down. Breathing into them, hearing the sound of your breath. And breathing out, softening and inviting the body to really soften down into this Shavasana, into this relaxation. We're going to breathe in and tighten the muscles in the legs, tighten the toes, scrunch them up, tighten the calf muscles, the quads, and even the glutes. Breathe into them. And as you breathe out, soften and let go. Breathing in now, lifting the base of the body, so lifting that pelvic floor muscle and drawing in the lower abdominals and breathing in and breathing out. And as you breathe out now, let go and soften. Press the sacrum down into the mat. The left side of the sacrum, the right side. Pressing down, breathing into it. And breathe out. Taking a nice deep breath down into the lungs and expanding the ribs. Soften, let go, and feel the body really descending down now, pressing your shoulders down into the mat. And squeezing your shoulder blades together. Let the shoulders relax now. Roll the thumbs in towards the palm, wrap the fingers around the thumbs and roll the arms in towards the body. And then roll the arms away, palms stretch wide open. And then the fingers curl and relax. Feel the weight of the arms. Relaxing the shoulders, softening. Turning the head now, left side and right side. Then let your head come back to the middle. Scrunch up your eyes, furrow your brow, and move your jaw. Then let your jaw relax, soften your eyes. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out. This time of year, just before the sun sets, we experience a beautiful light, an orangey glow. It lights us with its presence. And that orange glow reflects from the beautiful autumnal trees where we see orange and shades of green, lemony yellows. And as you breathe in now, I invite you to breathe in that essence of the autumn, that beautiful honey gloaming light, and feel it nourishing the soles of your feet, helping us to embrace that change of season, time to draw inward, to breathe it into the soles of your feet, into the bones in your feet, into your ankles, your shins, and your calves, and feel that nourishment, that sense of looking after yourself. Beautiful. Breathe it out now, let go. Nourishment now arrives into your knees, into your quads, and breathing it up into your hips, allowing it to soothe the organs within the pelvis, digestive organs within the abdomen. Just breathing that feeling of that embrace of change, that honey gloaming autumnal light soothes and nourishes your body. And breathe out and just simply allow the body to soften and relax. Feel it now around your hands, your wrists, your arms, your shoulders. Breathing it up into the heart center, into your lungs. And your throat center, and your face, and your cheeks. And as you breathe out now, I'm just going to invite you to spend just a minute or so just resting here, in this place of stillness, this sanctuary of peace and light. And then beginning the process of reawakening, taking a big deep breath in, hearing the sound of your breath. Letting that breath travel down into your lungs and start to move your fingers, start to move your toes. Just letting the body reawaken. And that light of the sun, that beautiful sunrise. See the colours and embrace. Feel as though you're embracing that new day, a second opportunity to reawaken. And that light flows down through your body and it energizes you. Feel that warm sun on your face, crown of your head, travels down into your arms and into your chest, down into your hips and into your legs and into your toes. Take a big deep breath in now, stretch it out and bringing your knees in towards your chest. Turning over onto one side and just making your way back into your seated pose. Hands together, rub your hands together, get that warmth into your palms. Your nice warm palms over your eyes. Bring your eyes up into your palms. Separate your fingers. Give your forehead a tap in your eyebrows, and your cheeks, and your jaw. Get yourself the dust off. And give yourself a nice big hug. Give the other side a hug as well. Take your arms up overhead, let your palms come together. And your hands come down to the heart. And Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace. So I hope that you enjoyed this morning's class. I hope that you enjoyed the variety of